First, I want to invite you to the Dolby test section of the con here, because apparently we're going to be getting the sound being fed to us all during.
Is that what's going on over there?
That's what's going on over
it's
there.
It's very dramatic. I feel it's really.
Can you feel it like up in your sternum?
I feel like we should all be under the table or something.
So you play one of the human characters.
I do.
In the show, and so when you see the people sitting in the makeup chair going for 8 hours to get the makeup, are you going sucker?
I'm thrilled, actually. I have very short attention span, so as soon as I can get out of hair and makeup, the better for me. Yeah. No, I'm happy to just get in and out.
So, what about your character, Lauren? I will admit this right up front. I've seen the first 3 episodes. There seems to be a backstory there.
Yeah.
I haven't found out much about her so far. What gets filled in? What do we still need to find out?
Well, I mean, the thing about Lauren is that you kind of wonder why they would pick a human to be the doctor and the scientist to the Fae, right? I mean, the idea would be that they must have people in their own community that they could have chosen, so that there's something obviously exceptional about her, I imagine, right? And I think that we're always trying to figure out a little bit about Lauren's backstory, where she comes from, why they've got her on board, what the sort of pull is for her, why she stays, why she doesn't kind of go back into her own human world. So all of those kinds of questions start to get looked at as easily come.
Are you hoping there's a little dark streak to Lauren?
Yeah, totally. I hope that with every character I play.
It's always fun to play. So, Bo has her fanship. I'm sure Kenzie has a fanship. Does Lauren?
Have what?
Does Lauren have her fanship?
Yeah.
Is this like your first encounter with them?
No, well, we've done a few Comic-Cons before. We've done Fan Expo in Toronto and Comic-Con in San Diego. So we've done a few. So it's starting to get used to it now. It's always a little overwhelming though, no matter how many times you do it.
What surprised you about what the fans have been telling you about Lauren?
I think just how much it's affected them. A lot of, because it's a same-sex relationship that I play on this show, there's been a huge response to that, and a really visceral response to the fact that it's not something that's shown on TV. It's not represented a lot, and I think that it's mattered to people, and I think the writers have done such a great job of portraying them in a real, human, kind of honest, genuine way, and I think that's spoken to people, and so it's been really great to get that kind of feedback from people. That it's mattered to them, That's
cool. So you are the voice of sage wisdom amongst all the impetuous youngsters.
Sounds good.
How much does that match up with who you are?
You mentioned
I don't want to sound egomaniacal or anything, but no, I think I don't know. I have a certain amount of life experience. I think having lived the way I lived my life, the way it's gone, and being a smaller guy and a guy with a bit of a disability, you've got things to kind of work through and get over, and hurdles to leap and walls to climb or mountains to climb, and so I think that does something. And certainly I think it's whatever that quality that's in me that is what they saw and gave me the role.
It was interesting to me. I've watched 3 episodes so far. I'm going to be watching the rest because
better be.
I'm hooked. I will admit it. But it struck me that of all the performances, Trix is the most naturalistic, the most perhaps down to earth. So do you look at the character that way? Is that what you tried to bring to it?
I think originally there was a kind of a level of stillness that I tried to bring to him because he's older, wiser, he knows so much that he's kind of always got an extra gear kind of rolling in the back of his head about what's going on really. And I think he's used to, the Fae with so many layers of truth and lies that he's, So, I've lost my train of thought on what your question was.
Being more down to earth, being more real.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's just that might be something that comes across as my style or something. I'm not sure. I mean, I think we're all in the same kind of. We're playing in the same world, and I'm flattered that you you can identify with Trick, and that he seems natural. That's good. That's very good. It's an excellent compliment.
I agree. Before we go, I wanted to ask you, because I checked up and it appears last year you made your directorial debut on a short film. Underwritten,
that's
which
right.
is listed as a Western.
It is a Western, yeah.
A Canadian Western? Aren't those Mounties?
No, a Canadian Western is when two guys draw at the same time and then they apologize for drawing. Sorry, I had to steal that from my old comedy troupe. That was a comedy troupe joke that we used to do years ago, Forced Trombones. But, it's just a Western. It was the genre we were given because it was a competition, a film competition, 48-hour film competition. So we were given a genre, a line of dialogue, a character, and something else, a prop. And we were given. Actually, we were given Western/musical. And so we spent about half an hour arguing whether we'd do a musical or a Western, and we decided musical was going to be way too hard to write the music, and it would just be too much to do in 48 hours. So we wrote a Western about insurance.
You know, eventually, if a series runs long enough, the actors start directing episodes.
Pushing for it.
And you just spent a good long time on the autograph line, is that right? Is your wrist healed?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
So, you know, how much are you like Kenzie? And by that I mean, are you a thief? No.
Am I a kleptomaniac?
Yes, exactly.
If I was, I wouldn't tell you.
So in that way you are like Kenzie, but...
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like we learn from each other. I feel like when I started the show, I didn't think I was funny at all, and I didn't know if I had a sense of humor. And through playing Kenzie, I realized that I love to laugh, and I love to make people laugh, and that's just something that's kind of become incredibly important to me ever since I started playing her. So I feel in that way we really, it's like a circle process. We learn from each other.
That sort of surprises me. I've watched the 3 episodes. I'm going to be watching the rest of them because I'm now hooked. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But you do give a good, relaxed, and funny performance. Did it surprise you when you saw what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, I was terrified, and to this day, I hate watching myself every time. I'm terrified to, it's like when you leave a voicemail for someone and then you hear your voice played back and you go, oh my God, is that my voice? Is that what I sound like? So that's kind of the experience I have when I watch myself. But yeah, thank you. That's a great compliment that you gave me. So.
Okay, usually when you ask actors, how do you perform in a world that's bigger than life, like this is, I know the stock answer is, well, you've got to play it as real. I understand that, but this isn't Pinter. So, not in terms of, I'm not talking in terms of quality, I'm just talking in terms of how the world is drawn. But really, how do you match up to this larger-than-life world? How do you make the character work and be believable?
I feel like at the core of this show and what makes it so special, in my opinion, is that even though we have sci-fi and fantasy and all these creatures and this world that is bigger than life, at the core of it are these people and these relationships and love. And I feel like that's something that everybody can relate to. So no matter how scary or terrifying or big the world gets, you have to bring it down because that's at the core of the writing and it's at the core of the show. It's not even something we have to try to do. It's just what we do because we know our characters so well, and we really appreciate that at the core it's all about